So just hit your shit, get right, set up. We're gonna get in.
So for the ones that's coming in earlier today, we're going to be going over some of the history and show y'all how they be hiding shit in plain sight when they be telling the story. Right. So a lot of people elder than heard me say a lot of times that we left the land to go fight the Gullah Wars or the Seminole Wars, depending on who's telling the story, the victor or the defeated, or us versus them. The person telling the story determine what the name of the wars is called. So when the Spaniards is telling it, or those sympathetic to the Spanish cause, conquistadors, they call it the Seminole Wars. But the key reason they call it the Seminole Wars is what we need to be trying to figure out. Because we need to find out what the word Seminole means. Right? And the root word is semi.
Oh yeah, that's fire. Go ahead.
Semi means part or half or almost.
Okay.
It's a portion of something. The Spaniards claim they called us Seminoles because we were an admixture of tribes. We weren't an original tribe. We was tribes, conglomerate of tribes. Now, they was telling the world in the Seminole Wars, the Black Seminoles was runaway slaves that ran away to Florida. Now, before we go any further with that concept, anybody ever heard in anybody's history book that the slaves fled south to escape slavery?
I heard it.
Where'd they go?
I mean, that's not south. They said north. I mean, they said they escaped north.
Yeah, to escape slavery, right?
Yeah.
Okay, is Florida north?
No.
Or south?
South.
So all of a sudden now they escaping to the south. And this is where the hotbed of activity is, primarily in the southeastern portion of the country. Right? So do we got a map in that collection?
Let's see. Right here, I think. It's a map. Is that one of the maps you had?
Showing where the Seminoles were. If not, it's going to be explained in the other posts anyway.
Okay.
You see that red line?
Okay, you want to build that back up? All right. Hold up. Yeah, I see it.
Scroll down under the key.
The Seminoles.
Scroll down on the picture so we can see the map.
You see it right there?
It's going to tell you what each color line means.
Yeah, the red represents Seminole. The purple represents Chickasaw. Yellow represents Creek. Blue represents Cherokee.
I want the people that's watching to see it too. Now remember, they say that they brought us on ships. How the fuck is they getting across the Gulf of Mexico into New Orleans?
Yeah, right. That's a good right here. The yellow, the Seminole.
That's Creek Indian. Yellow, red is the Seminole. How they coming across the Gulf?
Yeah, how do they get across if they ain't got no boats?
But look where they going. You see where they are going, right? Okay, so this is the Trail of Tears. We was actually moving in the opposite direction of the arrows. And they was moving with the $5 Indians backtracking on where we left so that they can feel our encampments, our villages, and turn them into reservations. So this is the pattern that they shown. They saying that we went west, but when we read the story about the Seminole Wars, we gonna find out which direction we was really going. And I ain't the one wrote this shit. I ain't write this shit, Elder. I'm just pointing out what I see. You dig?
Yeah, I got you. This right here, fight. This right here, something to think about.
So we letting the people get a chance to come in. We at 85 now. As soon as we break 100, we're gonna take off full flight on this shit.
All right.
So the start is the pictures that's actual screenshots of an article that tells the history of the Seminole Wars or the Gullah Wars. So go to the folder. We at 90, Elder. So this might give us right on time.
Let me go back to the first picture. What you start because they all in order. How you sent them to me.
Right. Let's go back. Let's see what the layout look like. And then I can tell you where I need to be.
Okay. All right. Let me blow it up. Let's make the same. Here's the same picture. I don't need one picture of it.
Okay, the reason why this picture is in here, you see the red circle right there?
Where?
The picture you was just on. Go back to it.
Okay, right here?
Yeah, we just gonna go through the pictures.
All right.
Because they just in here for reference points.
Yeah, right there.
The second one. Go to the second picture at the top.
Okay.
Because you already had the first one was tied. Right? Then the second one you had it up, but you took it down. No, not that. Go back over to the left 2 pictures.
I got it.
Okay, I'm looking at the other screens. I need to be looking at the same screen you on.
Okay, yeah. This is the picture you're talking about with the red circle on it, right?
Right. Now you see what it's saying there?
Yeah. It says Oxman Bay praying in front of Mongolian. I can't see that.
Okay, now blow the picture up so that they can see what's going on. Because you wouldn't know that this is not a pilgrim and the so-called Indian, except for the way that the Mongolians dressed over there was different.
Mm-hmm.
The leather they used was from the yak, which is a different texture from the leather we use from the bison.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
So you'll see that they guard, it looks more harder leather. But remember, also another reason for this picture right here is I told you that the Moors was fighting Seminoles.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, was fighting Mongols, and they was capturing them, using them as servants and slaves, and that's who they brought over here and passed off as $5 Indians.
Mm-hmm.
This just showing you a Moor doing salat in front of the Mongols that's obviously about to kill his ass.
That's fire, man. See them out.
Yep. Okay, now this picture right here is important. You see those swords on their hat?
Mm-hmm.
All of them was sworn by a death oath, including Kirkman Bay.
Mm-hmm.
But he couldn't leave Millie Ill in there because he was dirty too. Right?
Both of them was dirty.
Yep. So it was a couple of more people that left the Moorish Science Temple after the funeral of Noble Drew Ali, but they became FOI later on. But we're not going to get into that. That's going to sidetrack us. But the reason we got this picture is so you can see these motherfuckers are sworn to secrecy. That's Gerald Ford at the top right. C. Kirkman Bay top center. That's motherfucking J. Edgar Hoover top left. I think that's Eisenhower on the bottom left. And that's an actor. I forgot his name. But that's all from the ancient.
I know these are three president. Sure.
Mm-hmm. This all the ancient Arabic order of the nobles of the mystic shrine.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's what that's all about. Okay, go to the next picture. This is a crest of the black nobility. That's how black them niggas is. We black, but we ain't that black.
Uh-huh.
That's because their heart is that black. Straight chaos beings. But they ain't the chaos beings like we are. We chaos beings from the order of the light.
Yeah.
So they come over here with a different energy. Truman. That's the president we seen. The president we seen was Truman. Okay, now notice the colors.
Yeah.
Colors is always important. All right, let's go on to the next one. These are Mongols and Huns, or what it say at the top?
It says
that's Latin. We ain't got to try to read it. It's Latin.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Look at the bottom of it. See if it got something written in English.
No, that's the whole picture right there.
Okay, now these are the same motherfuckers they passing off as $5 Indians, mixed with pale skinned Europeans. Okay, let's go. I wanted them to see what they look like.
The type of race. Like, yeah, it says something about the type of race that what I know this right here is like Latin. It's what, Q is what, typo, like
Yeah,
type.
the Asiatic continent.
Yeah.
It's what types of races from the Asiatic continent.
Yep, that's what it's saying. Yep.
I didn't want to translate it. So
yeah. But
since you
you
pushed
know
the
what you're
issue.
talking about off over time of just seeing different shit. I can just translate some of it because I know a little bit of Spanish.
Okay, now look at these people.
Yep.
This is a picture of your Seminole Nation fighting against the enemy. This is what we looked at like. This is how we dress.
Mm-hmm. That's
right.
Keep in mind.
Now you notice we got different styles of dress, different headgear. That's because we a conglomeration of tribes right now.
Mm-hmm. That's fire.
Okay, let's go to the next one.
That's fire. How you got that right there?
Okay, that's the map we went over earlier. Right. Now, what this say?
The goal of Seminole defeat U.S. Army. Christmas Day, 1837. The Battle of Lake
Okeechobee. That was one of the most definitive battles to curb the people being taken as prisoners of war and used as servants.
Mm-hmm.
That they called the slave system, which we're gonna get to that in a minute because we need to find out what they really was doing with this emancipation shit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's go on to the next one. Okay, now let's read what this say. It says the Seminole Wars, 3 related military conflicts in Florida between the United States and the Seminole, citizens of a Native American nation. Now look what it say. This is important. Which formed in the region during the early 1700s.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That means that before the 1700s, what we know as Seminoles wasn't formed.
Exactly. Go ahead.
Right. Now look what it say. Hostilities commenced in 1816 and continued through 1858 with 2 periods of uneasy truce between active conflict. You see what it say now, right?
Yep.
All right. Now, this is, notice they call it the Seminole Wars.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't never had no truce with them motherfuckers, is what they not telling you. But let's go on to the next one.
That's right. We ain't never back down. Go ahead.
Now notice the name at the top of that.
Yep.
See the year?
Yep. 1739, 1858.
Now read what it said at the bottom of the picture.
The real reason
U.S. chattel slavery ended.
Okay, all right. Yeah. That's deep.
Okay, so in the book Moors and Freemasonry, it say that the Moors was taking different people hostages, and according to their level, they would auction them back off. Keep that in mind. Remember, slaves were supposed to be auctioned.
Yeah.
But now in the Moorish
prisoners of war.
Right. In the Moorish description, though, they saying that they were captives in war that they was auctioning off. I'm gonna put that up on our next one. I'm gonna bring that book out so I can show you what I'm talking about.
That's fire.
Okay, now let's go on in because we're about to start getting into some serious reading now. Into
we got 200 people in this joint. It's getting down. It's going live.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay, this is just another showing you the true wars that ended chattel slavery in the U.S. And they saying it was the North versus the South. And they told us the North was the ones trying to abolish slavery, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I've been saying the whole time we didn't believe in slavery over here. Right?
Yep.
So why all of a sudden, if the North is fighting to abolish slavery, why are they hostile to this group of people?
Right.
It ain't making no sense, is it?
Nope.
Okay. Let's see what the next picture is. I might have you go to the Google for a minute, but I need to see the next picture first so I know where we at in the spread. That's important. See what it say under there?
Yamasi.
Gullah Geechee Wars. The unconquered. You see it say unconquered, right?
Yeah, unconquered.
Who in the fuck is the Yamasi?
Right. Yeah, I know who they is, but like I say,
do he look like he came from motherfucking Asia?
Nah, he looked like he came from West Africa with the Melodian Moors, the Mandingos, Mansa Musa and them.
Or he act like, or he look more like he came from one of these tribes over here.
Or he came from the Yamasis, who mixed in with the Washita, who became the Melodian Moors. They came over here and they dressed like that dude just dressed.
Okay, let's go to the next picture. Right, because before I start reading what I want to get into, this showing you a picture of actual people that's called Seminoles. We need to know what the people look like that we talking about while we talking about them, so we can have the right image in our mind while we talk about these people.
Yeah, that's right. That's good.
All right, so this is what they look like. I might be a couple more before we get to the article, but keep going.
All right.
Okay, this is the article. Now stop right here. Go to Google. Because we need to find out what this emancipation shit is. Look up emancipation etymology.
Oh shit. Okay, man, I didn't even type it. The term emancipation derived from emancipation, post.
Spread that out so you can see the etymology of the word at the bottom of that same post.
Okay, let me blow it up.
Because you're going to find out that it means to transfer property.
Yeah, which term stems capital. Okay, let me blow it up. Auxiliary means a free person for previous restraints of legal disability.
That's not giving you the etymology of the word, though. Go
back.
Go back.
Okay, I go back. All right, this might be it right here. Setting free. Set free from control. Slavery. Which one you want me to pull up? Because it's mostly talking about the free from restraints, control, or power of another.
We need to. Oh, you spelled it wrong at the top. You spelled emancipation wrong. It's with an E.
Yeah, I got it with an E right here. I got it with an E.
At the top in the search bar?
No, not the search bar, but I got it with
no, when you go to the search bar, put it in there right, it's gonna pull up the etymology of the word.
Yeah, see, I got it right here. I got the E on there now. It's the same thing.
Right, but it's not giving you what we're looking for. You got to write it right in the search box to get the part we're looking for.
Yeah, I got it written in the search bar.
Okay, right. Now let's go back to the top.
All right. I think you might be delayed. Your stream might be delayed on what you're watching because I got the.
Okay, look.
Okay. All right.
The etymology, the term emancipation derives from emancipatio, the act of liberating a child from paternal authority, which in turn stems from manu capere, or capture from someone else's hands. It's a transfer of property in truth. Right?
Yep.
It's because that's what it's saying right there, where it's saying liberating the child from the paternal authority, which in turn stems from manu capere, capture from someone else's hands. That means the state, Abraham Lincoln representing the corporation, took the slaves took the POWs from the agents that was holding them in a private capacity and made them become a manumission servant. Put the term manumission in there, M-A-N. Put the search bar out.
What? Say it, spell it again.
M-A-N-U-M-I-S-S-I-O-N. This is a trustee status of a servant.
And another word for that is subjects, right? Subjects.
No. Just pull it up. Let's see what it say. Read what it say.
It says it comes from the old French Manumission meaning freedom, emancipation, and it comes directly from Latin manumission, meaning freeing of a slave. It is derived from the word manu, meaning hand, and the same root applies to the word manually. And mirrors means let's go.
Okay, now the reason why I have you looking this word up is a legal doctrine called meritorious manumission. So take out etymology and in front of that put meritorious, and I'll spell it for you. Okay, go in front of that word. MERITORIUS. Can you read what it say? I can't see it on the unless I wait for it to come in on the other one. Okay, so the term meritorious manumission comes from the Meritorious Manumission Act of 1710 in the United States, which authorized the legal emancipation of slaves or improvement in their status in return for certain good deeds. Such deeds could include saving a so-called white person's life or saving a white person's property. Right? So this is when they start giving the name freedmen out to the ones who had meritorious manumission. Now, it's the same thing as having trustee status on the plantation.
Can you hear me? Oh,
I can now.
Oh, damn! I was reading it. Then I thought y'all was hearing me. Then you started.
You must have been on mute because I just started reading.
Okay, all right. My bad. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Oh, that's what they fucking with my shit or something. All right, where you want me to go now?
Okay, now that we understand that meritorious manumission is trustee status. Trustee status comes by emancipation, which is right in the document or the doctrine of meritorious manumission. If you look right there, you will see where it say emancipation, legal emancipation of slaves. But it don't always mean freedom because it all can mean improvement in their status. You keep hearing everybody talking about status correction, right? This is what they talking about, right? You trying to upgrade to be a slave catcher or trying. Why you always think they got the nigga holding the whip on the plantation?
Right.
You think that's a coincidence?
Nope.
He moving up the motherfucking food chain. Fiddler on the motherfucking roof. Yeah, okay, now let's go back to the folder so we can read these read this description of what's going on with the Seminole Wars. All right. The first thing out the gate, the Seminole people of Florida and Oklahoma. That's two drastically different locations.
That's right.
Notice what they say next. Did not originate from a single ancestral tribe. Remember I told you we came from every fucking clan to fight.
Yep. That's right.
It's telling you right here out the gate. The Seminole people of Florida and Oklahoma. You got to let that sink in, the distance between Florida and Oklahoma. Did not originate from a single ancestral tribe. The nations that would merge, you see that word? That means they came together. To become the Seminoles began appearing in Florida
but the tapes don't come out for the rest of the week. I'm gonna show the features of these people, and some of them got the bug eye features. But like if you look at like a lot of y'all, like you, I think you Shinnecock because the Mike Tyson's types, all of them, they all Shinnecocks. in that land up north, like Detroit, and like I said, there's some fall too. That's like Big Meech was Shinnecock and the fall. They like mixed. They like was mixed in, and they come from a royal bloodline. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, bro. And I believe, like you said, those people was over here at the same time over there. The same. It was like this land had to be the one land, or we was already just all the way around the world, just like Baba said in the let's set the record straight. But those bug eye features, you see some new niggas with bug eye features. Those bug eye features is one of the features of the Shinnecock tribe. The Jones, people with the last name Jones, they from that Massachusetts Shinnecock tribe.
Hey, look, I can tell from the comments, it's a lot of us that know who the fuck we is. And they putting this shit on the flow.
Yeah, they know if they went following the young girl, they got a goddamn bright idea. If they've been listening to the tapes we've been putting out for the last couple months, they got a good idea, a close idea where they can start their research on it. With the connection, with the shout out to brother Dane Calloway, with the connections making, with the connections you making, all of like the older master teachers like Taj Tariq Bey, we taking out some stuff that he putting in there. Other beings. So
let's since we bringing up some of the others, and you mentioned Taj, there's something that they're not understanding that Taj has been teaching and they still not getting.
Go ahead.
It's the understanding of civics. If you do not understand civics, you will never understand how to apply your God-given inalienable rights to the overthrow of a legal fiction that's stealing your shit. You have to understand how civics is being used, because as legalese, that's the binding contractual language. They got us all trapped into a caste system that if you can't see your way out of it, you can't break free. Right? The caste system is based on the artificial perception of the people with lighter skin is in a superior social position than the people with the darker skin. This is because the statuses in law, legal white person or free legal white person, is a legal status, and a black person is also a legal status, but they are also chess turns.
Yeah, go ahead. You going in?
The attacker takes the pieces, the white pieces, to attack the black pieces. So they're using the legal terminology. If you go study the Moors, their form of conjure is the game of chess.
Exactly.
In the Moorish culture, if you're not a chess master, you will never beat them at shit. That's their culture. So once I understood the game of chess, I started playing another game called fifth dimensional chess, Kemetic chess, and Chinese chess. You understand that all of the rules to life is in the board games?
Right. Go ahead.
But the only ones who's going to get the rules from the board games is the one who have valuable family time to play the games on the board.
Exactly. That's why I got Monopoly.
Once you absorb the rules to the board games, later on in life, you will find yourself in a condition to be bored to play the game of life.
I like how you
because the idle mind that they call the devil's workshop is also the workshop of God. This is where they play the game of masterminds from the position of mind. It's mind over the matter. That means the fifth dimensional chessboard is spiritually fought, not physically. For the gods, this is a game. But for the mortals, this is misery. Right. So only if the righteous gods defeat the unrighteous gods will we have a switch flipped on the board to a new game. It's been checkmate. But now we have to have what was done above to be seen below. It has to reflect. It's rolled out according to a galactic clock, Charles Mosley Bay, Clock of Destiny. Once it's rolled out on that galactic clock, you have to understand your tribal ways, Hakeem Bey reference. Once you understand your tribal ways, then you're going to tune in to the metaphysical application of the tribal ways in order for you to perceive reality. See Freeman Hill, Metaphysics, understanding what a Mason is from a Moorish perspective.
What? I think I got that book.
Okay, now, from here, once you get the metaphysics, and you have to now understand how to run a government, you need the civics. Through the civics, you begin to remember something called the ancient code of kings. How are kings in the natural kingdom of earth selected versus how do they artificially select them? Right? Mm-hmm. So they put artificial kings that they call presidents and CEOs out in the public, and the real kings remain Amun, the hidden ones. You let the ones who was the newest addition to the human family had an opportunity to rule as long as they don't spill too much blood in the process of learning how to treat other people, because eventually you're going to want to treat people to treat you the way that you treated. You understand that all of the rules to life is in the board games?
Right. Go ahead.
But the only ones who's going to get the rules from the board games is the one who have valuable family time to play the games on the board.
Exactly. That's why I got Monopoly.
Once you absorb the rules to the board games, later on in life, you will find yourself in a condition to be bored to play the game of life.
I like how you
because the idle mind that they call the devil's workshop is also the workshop of God. This is where they play the game of masterminds from the position of mind. It's mind over the matter. That means the fifth dimensional chessboard is spiritually fought, not physically.
Mm-hmm.
For the gods, this is a game. But for the mortals, this is misery.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So only if the righteous gods defeat the unrighteous gods will we have a switch flipped on the board to a new game. It's been checkmate. But now we have to have what was done above to be seen below. Mm-hmm. It has to reflect. It's rolled out according to a galactic clock, Charles Moseley Bay, Clock of Destiny. Once it's rolled out on that galactic clock, you have to understand your tribal ways, Hakeem Bey reference. Once you understand your tribal ways, then you're going to tune in to the metaphysical application of the tribal ways in order for you to perceive reality. See Freeman Hill, Metaphysics, understanding what a Mason is from a Moorish perspective.
What? I think I got that book.
Okay, now, from here, once you get the metaphysics, and you have to now understand how to run a government, you need the civics. Through the civics, you begin to remember something called the ancient code of kings. How are kings in the natural kingdom of earth selected versus how do they artificially select them? Right? Mm-hmm. So they put artificial kings that they call presidents and CEOs out in the public, and the real kings remain Amun, the hidden ones. You let the ones who was the newest addition to the human family had an opportunity to rule as long as they don't spill too much blood in the process of learning.